Hello and welcome to another episode of Mortgage Video Mastermind, where we bring you professionals who share insight into the latest trends, tips, industry, technology, and services to help you create more videos to use in your mortgage business. And we are live. Yay, it's another Wednesday. And people are logging on. So welcome to another episode of the Mortgage Video Mastermind. And we're running solo, Scott, just you and I today.
That's right, man. Just Thelma and Louise just cruising down the street, being rebels in the content space.
Yeah, so before we get started, I'm going to share we're not going to do a call next Wednesday. Because I'm actually flying to you. I'm going to be flying to Austin. So we're not going to do a call next week, but we will be doing a call live together the following week because we will be in Orlando at Carl White's Freedom Club. So we'll probably grab some unsuspecting people to come in and hop on our call. So
Perfect.
So just a little recap. I know I had a lot of people that watched our call last week talking about the automated webinars. And so I am going to, in March, put together some collateral for that as far as tools and things like that. We had George on, and it was truly an experiment for him that I had created this. So I know I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying, I want more. It's like, okay, we'll put together some more on that. So that will be coming. But we decided today, so many times we have, conversations and guests and things like that, but we don't get into the how-tos so much as far as showing you. And I know you and I are both very much how-to people, and you've been doing such a great job putting video content out there. So if you want some great how-tos, go to our Facebook page, the Mortgage Video Mastermind, and look at Scott's videos because you've been doing videos on Canva, on StreamYard, on coming up with content ideas. I mean, it's just amazing what you're doing. And I know
breaking down your video planner and creating script templates based off of that, different angles. I'm really glad that we're going to talk about this today because I just finished up my script series. And now what I'm diving into is, I think this is proven to be scientifically inaccurate, but there's this saying out there that we only use 10% of our brain, right? But
are you saying it's more or less?
No, I don't think there's any way to actually quantify the amount of brain but computing power we use, but it sounds good. And I think it's pretty accurate. And what I also think is that it's accurate in almost everything that we do, that we only utilize 10% of the potential of the stuff that we already have.
Right.
So, and this is the stuff that I really love, especially right now when you have more time than you have refis, that you're starting to think about what's the next step. Well, the reality is you're already investing in tools and processes and systems in your business that you're probably only using about 10% of what that tool can do for you. And I think that's what we're going to do today, right? We're going to take a really, really powerful tool that works really well with you set it and forget it. But if you start inching out of that 10% and start focusing on everything else this tool can do that you're already paying for,
right,
the result of that is just going to exponentially improve your ROI on that investment and grow your business in ways that nobody else is thinking about. Absolutely. So I'm excited about today's conversation. This is actually something I've been thinking about a lot lately.
Cool. Well, and it's one of those things that, as you know, with our calls, you never know what we're going to talk about. And so I was just helping a client put their recordings into HomeBot. And so I thought, you know what? This would be a great, not just topic to talk about what should you be doing with some of the technologies that you have, but how to do it. And
Yes.
so, for those of you who are on our Facebook or on our webinar, and you can type in the chat or type in the comments, how many of you are using HomeBot? If you can just type in using it, not using it, have it, don't want to do it, blah, 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 whatever. Just by show of hands, how many of you are actually engaged in using HomeBot right now? Okay, so I'm seeing
Melissa,
using it.
Scotty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So those of you who are using it, okay, so Karen, you have it. Um, don't use it the way you should. Okay, so I'm going to share with you. Whoops, we're going to get off of Facebook here. Um, your home bot. So this is Dave Steinberg's, one of our clients, and it's his account. So I have his permission to do this. And so I want to make sure you guys can see the screen okay, right? Scott, can you see it?
I can. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is just the home page. You always go back to the home page over here on the left. And just some sidelines as far as you should always be looking at this. You can, obviously get notifications, but you can see all of these are clients he's had that have currently, I mean, this was 2 hours ago, viewed their homes market. So these are great people for you to reach out to. And Scott, you had a great idea as far as how to leverage this based on their home value, right?
Yeah, yeah, I love HomeBot. There's so many cool things that you can do. Like I said, if you upload your past clients, you can set it and forget it, and this thing works amazing. But if you really go in and you drill on the data, there's a couple of things that I kind of want to show to drill down. But so the first of all, scroll up and click on only homeowners, the tab on the top for homeowners next to activity. If they're under
Oh,
clients.
this one. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So that'll filter out just your homeowners. So what I'm thinking, and the way that I'm looking at HomeBot is I'm looking for two things. Are there still refinance opportunities in there? And are there potential for people that are trying to move? Right? They've got a lot of equity and they want to list their home. So if you scroll back up to the top, you can actually sort by how much equity they have, their estimated equity. And so I'd sort the other way. This looks like somebody's upside down. But when you look at this and so when I start seeing people that have a bunch of equity that are actively looking at their reports, I was just going in and checking their value. And what I saw was that the value on a lot of them was lower than what like a Redfin or a Zillow. And we know Redfin and Zillow. Redfin's more accurate than Zillow is potentially, but that's an opportunity to create a video specifically for that one user. So if you click on any one of these, so you look at any one of
Well, let's
these,
look
and
at this one. I mean, here's
yeah,
someone that's
5%,
5%.
88% equity.
Yeah.
Well, it's a jumbo, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. He's obviously in a very high area, so I don't know if you
He's
could
in New York.
improve. I don't know if you could improve on the 5%, but you can sort by interest rate, you can sort by equity, but just click on any one of those. And if you click on any one of those, you're going to be able to see all of their activity. Yeah, you're going to be able to see all of their activity and what they've looked at and how much their equity has increased or decreased. Do you know if he has BombBomb connected to his account? Because there should be a link in the upper right-hand corner.
I don't think he does have it.
Okay, so so BombBomb integrates with HomeBot, and that gives you the ability to create a customized BombBomb video that overlays over the digest. So if you're reviewing any individual's activity, so for instance, look up the value. And if the value is actually 2.7, I would create a video. That says, hey, as a customer for life, I'm consistently monitoring your loan and your situation. I noticed that your home valuation is a little bit low, so I just want to let you know I made that adjustment so that your digest will be a little bit more accurate moving forward. You're providing value for the consumer. You're identifying opportunities. What was the line I used earlier? Right now we have more. We have more time than we have refis. So start digging into your data and looking for opportunities. So those are one-off opportunities to create engagement with individual consumers. But I think really what we're going to talk about and dive into today is HomeBot recently introduced a way to create info videos or tutorial videos for a lot of the steps in the process.
Right.
And they never had that before. Like if there was an info box, it would have a little bit of text that explained to you what this part of your digest means. But now we have the ability to do these evergreen videos that explain what this is on your digest, what this metric means, or what this measurement means, and what it means to you, and why this is important and why we're showing it.
Yeah.
And that's super, super powerful. So I'm excited that they introduced that.
Yeah. So just to kind of show you where you're going to go, you start again over here on the left. That's going to take you back to your home page. And then if you click on customize, you have what they call power-ups. And so this is, you're talking about BombBomb.
Yep.
This is where you can add that. You can add the Zapier, which
Yep.
is new, custom listings, all those kind of things. Mortgage Coach is on here. So these are other tools that you can use along with HomeBot, which are awesome. What I want to show you is how to just add videos that can be a part of your outreach. And so this is the video section. And HomeBot has just some standard videos they put in there that are not you, but speak to doing a personal welcome or something like that. But I want to have it to where it's you, because the more your clients see you in your video, then the more they're going to connect with you.
Yep.
And so what we did with Dave is we went and we had the list, and I can share this list. So we just honestly just made a list of all the places where you can add HomeBot videos, beginning with your homeowner intro to refi, to a new home, to buyer intro, all those different things. So you can go and do this. And I actually have examples that Dave did, so I'm happy to share those as well.
Very
But
cool.
then if you do that, what we did, and they're very short videos. So for him, if you look at this, this is the intro. And so this you can set up to go out as soon as you add someone into HomeBot. And I will share sound. So we'll see if this will play. So this is Dave. So one of the things you need to do is you need to, when you do your video, you have to put it someplace where it lives. So whether that's YouTube or Vimeo, I think there's another one that they use. You have to have a URL. So you cannot just upload a video straight into HomeBot. The first thing you need to do is upload it into a source like a YouTube, and then you're going to take that URL, and that's what you're going to put in there. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But this is Dave's. And they don't have to be like, we brand his, we put all of his information in there. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. It can just be a quick little video you do on your phone. But this is about a minute long.
Hi, this is your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg. I've taken the liberty of putting you onto HomeBot. It's a service that a lot of my clients are really enjoying. What I like about it is that every month you're going to get an email giving you an estimated value of your home. Now you may find that the value is spot on, or it may or may not be exactly accurate. The best thing about it is every month you're going to get this email, and if you follow the trend, it's going to give you a lot of information. This is something you could use should you want to refinance. It's something you could use as you go through the process of home ownership. It's just a piece of information for you. If you ever want to buy another home, This is a way that you can check out different markets. It also has some other features that are really, really useful. You know what? I'd really love to hear back from you to see what you think of it and whether you find it helpful. This is your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg, and I'm here to serve.
So that just goes out whenever he puts someone onto HomeBot.
It's
And
the intro, it's the welcome email.
the
When you
welcome.
add somebody and you can send
Yep.
the welcome email.
Yep.
We had touched on this before. If you're creating these videos, they seem out of context. They may not be a video that you just want to put out into the public
Right.
because without context. And so what you do is when you add it to YouTube, you set the visibility to unlisted.
Yep.
And all that means is that somebody has to have the link in order to view it. And so that way it won't clutter up your channel if you're trying to keep your channel clean.
Yep.
It won't show up when the consumer looks at it.
Yep. So, and this tells you, you can get into some information on here as far as date you've customized and things like that. So to add these, then what we're going to do, let me click on all of them. So like this one, I think it took it out of, or let's just do, should you sell? And so we're going to click on that. And when you're adding it, so this tells you record a custom video for your clients who are actively digging into selling scenarios and data. So if somebody's, looking at information, then they could be looking at selling. This would be a good video to send to them. And so how you add it is you just click on edit, and then it's going to ask you to select which video platform that you want to use. So YouTube, you can even use just BombBomb. So if you don't want to post it on YouTube, you can use BombBomb, PitchHub, or Wistia. I thought they used Vimeo, but I guess not. And then this is that link. And so this link is actually the YouTube ID. And I can see if I can, oops, it's going to get into this. So if I go into my back office here on my channel and I go into my videos, which is probably where I have this at. So I've got his videos in here. Normally this I'd put on his channel, but I actually just put it on mine. And so here we've got them listed. I like to number them in the order that they're going to go in because it makes it easier for me to be able to put them in. So you're going to record your video, starting off with, and I just went off of this list, and he didn't record all of them. Some of them he didn't do. And so I numbered this list. So here's the list. This is the order that they're done in. So when I upload them onto YouTube, I use the same numbering. That way I know when I get into HomeBot where I'm going to put them at. So that's just an organizational thing. And I know, Scott, you're the same as I am about it. So, and then you just put that in here. So, here we've got the intro. Let's say if we're looking at if they want to, should you sell? So that's that one. I know it's number 6. And so when you upload that, and the title isn't necessary because they're not actually going to see anything from YouTube on it. So it doesn't matter about the title or the description on it. I put it into a playlist, which is HomeBot example videos. And then, and that playlist is also unlisted. So that playlist is not showing on my YouTube channel. It's unlisted, so it's private. So somebody actually has to have that link in order to see it. And then you just get ready, if we're going to change it, you just go in and change that. You can upload a thumbnail. We have his card here, so we just always use that. And then you can see under here it says visibility unlisted. So you can do private, which you don't ever want to do private because those you actually have to share those. If it's unlisted, anyone who has that link then can view that video. You don't want to set it to public. So I don't recommend putting your HomeBot videos onto your YouTube channel publicly because you want to use them along with what you're doing with HomeBot. So listed is unlisted. And then once you have that, then what you're going to do is you're going to grab that URL, which is right here, and you're just going to copy that one. And then you'll go right in here and you'll paste that. And so then you click on next. Now it's going to give you a preview. So you
Yep.
can go and preview the video on what it looks like. And they require you to do this, so that's important to remember. It's like, why isn't it saving? Because they want you to preview it. So you go in and you can watch it here, and then looks good to me. So I'm not going to save anything here because it's already in there. And, oops, unless it's going to make me, nope, there we go. So that, I mean, that's basically it. Once you get all your videos, and the order I would do it in is I would start with this list and I would go into HomeBot and I would look at all those videos and you know what you want to do as far as the placement of them, and then I would read a little bit. So we don't have scripts. I know I've had several people, do you have a script for that? It's like, I don't have a script for these. So you can look. So this is pitch an agent. So create a message for agents who are looking for a loan officer to co-sponsor them in HomeBot. You can tell them about why you might make a good co-sponsor. So make a short video on that. You know, talking about your brand. So this introduces you. So putting a face to a name is a great way to build a relationship, but a video is even better. We know that. Create a video to introduce yourself to clients and leads and how you can help them. So this is, you know, he just did one that was like, hey, we're here for you. And so that's basically it. I mean, it's not, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, no, it's not. It sounds so simple, but it's so powerful. One of the things I wanted to say is when you're partnering with agents, when you go to the videos, so like the buying and the selling, some of those are agent videos so that an agent would do. Right. So listings. So that's an opportunity for you to jump on a Zoom call with the agent that you're partnering with. So this was a very, well, so many people don't utilize sponsoring agents on their HomeBot account, but this is a great opportunity for you to bring value to the agent. Do a Zoom call and just ask them those questions. What does a consumer need to know about listing? And just record all of those as interview styles because the agent won't do it themselves. Help them build out their videos. And then obviously your videos are going to be on all of their consumers, all of their past clients and their buyers digests. So you'll have yours on there and then you help them build their videos out if they're not going to do it themselves. It's a really good, HomeBot is a really good way to start a conversation about building a really, really deep relationship with referral partners as you show them how this thing can work for them.
Exactly. Yeah, so again, just get an idea as far as what they are. Here's the list, and I'll post this list onto our Facebook group too. I'm just going to put it into the chat. So if you want to get an idea as far as what that list is, and I'm happy to share examples too, so you can get an idea as far as what they look like. But you want your own spin on it. You want to be able to have your personality to it. They're not long. They're very short. You know, if you're looking at educate your clients about the strategy of trading up to a new home, you know, here's your buyer intro. So if you're getting somebody that's, you know, just buying, this is a great video to send to them. Here's your prequels. You're doing prequels. Here's a great prequel so you can understand, and it can go through whatever you want, what your next step is, you know, those kind of things. But these are all, you know, investment properties. I mean, anyone that you have a conversation with, the video's done. So all you have to do is just go in there and send it to them. So it's just another way to communicate easily where you don't have to go out and think, oh gosh, I need to record a video. I should probably email to them. They're already in here.
Yeah, so we covered the bomb and the one-on-one where you can actually go into the digest. So these videos are populated under the little info mark on the consumer's digest. So if they want to get more information about what this section means on their digest, they click that and they can see the video. We have the bomb videos for if you're mining your data and you want to send a specific message. But what you also have the ability to do with bomb now is So if you opened the digest, you scroll up and you can, I think you can view the digest. Yeah.
Scott, you know a lot about this because I know you were involved in them going through the test on a lot of the videos they did.
Yeah. So see, there you go. So there are the
So this is
videos
what
that,
they see.
yeah, that's what the consumer sees. Now the last great thing that HomeBot just did, like if you go back up to homeowners, go back to the main. So this is a really good example. 804. I would check the true value. I would check the value of their home. This might be an opportunity to say, hey, this is your value has gone up or down or whatever. But mining the individual data. But if you go back to the main dashboard, we now have the ability with HomeBot.
I have to go back to
Click on
client.
click on either home buyer or clients or home buyers or homeowners right there on the right hand side. Send video to all homeowners. Now you don't get to choose who this goes to, but you have an opportunity to do a once a month blast. Now for me, what that would look like to home buyers and homeowners is I would do a monthly market report with your real estate agent, and once a month you do a call and you say, hey, what's going on in the market, and you help them blast that out to their database. Again, leveraging this to help somebody else's business, help your referral partner's business, but you have the ability for your own clients and your home buyers to send out a once a month blast that goes to all of them in addition to their digest. So you have tutorial videos, you have monthly blast message videos, and then you have personalized one-to-one videos superimposed over their digest, with essentially you going through their digest and pointing out something you saw of interest that you thought might benefit the consumer. So that's 3 different ways to use video with HomeBot. That I think it takes an amazing tool just to a whole new level. I think they did a really good job with this iteration.
Yeah, and they have examples in here. So see an
Yep.
example video here. This is the video email power up. So if you don't want to send it to, just one client, you can say, okay, here's, this is, needs a CMA. So just what you're talking about, right?
So needs a CMA is actually consumers that when you go to the digest, the very first thing they say is the value, and it says, does this look accurate? Yeah, preview the digest. This is another thing that they did right. See where it says tune value? If you do that, you can, okay, so that's a little bit different. But if they clicked on that, it sends a message to the realtor, or to if there's a realtor connected and you, and it basically says, hey, your client wants a CMA. So a message has already gone out. You probably just sent a message to David that said, this consumer is looking at the value of their property, but then you can go in there and you can adjust that as well.
I have to let David know.
Yeah, let him know it wasn't you. It wasn't the customer.
Oh my gosh, I've got all this activity going on.
Here's the last thing I want to show on HomeBot, since we're kind of going through this.
I think is interesting though, right here, right?
That's very consistent, 70+%. The views is a little on the lower side. I see that usually at the beginning of the month, but I usually see at least 70% open rates, or north of 60, which means people are looking.
When you look at marketing, 77%.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
It's like, cha-ching.
Well, look at their 75% on buyers. So yeah. 75% of his buyers are opening, and even an 18%, that's crazy high for market rates. But here's, and
it would have been more. One of them couldn't be sent because of an email or data.
Yeah. So click on the buyers tab. This is something that was really interesting. If you go to buyers, so buyers happen one of two ways. So scroll down the buyers a little bit. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not seeing a lot of them here. So what I noticed going through my buyer list, and my buyers, I think I have about 1,500 in there, is I noticed a lot of little houses on there, which means they're homeowners. So I contacted HomeBot and I said, listen, I'm noticing a lot of people that are looking for homes on HomeBot that are already homeowners. Can you give me an idea of what that looks like globally across your entire database? 34% of home buyers in HomeBot's global database are currently homeowners. So, like, when I'm having a conversation with consumer or with referral partners, I'm like, listen, if you put your clients in HomeBot and they have more than 20% equity, they get asked by HomeBot, hey, do you want to search for homes? So if they, and the only time they're the real estate agents can, clients can see the home buying side is if they're sponsored by a loan officer. So by looking at that, I say, hey, Mr. Realtor, historically 33% of all of your current home buyers or homeowners could be looking for a new home and you don't know. But if you log into your HomeBot, you can see that they're already a homeowner and they're looking for properties. And that's another way, again, we have more time than refinances. So we start mining this data, looking for these individual opportunities and leveraging this tool to build referral relationships, as well as generating business out of your existing database.
Yeah.
I get excited about HomeBot. Can you tell? I've spent a lot of time in HomeBot, and there's a lot of really cool strategies around it. So yeah, I'm glad we did this today. There's a gold mine here, and quite frankly, you guys are probably already paying for it and using less than 10% of what it's capable of doing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put into the chat box the list of the videos, but you guys can go in here and see. So click on customize, click on videos, and this tells you where you can go and add those videos. So like he didn't do the AVM alert, a couple of them he didn't, but you can see HomeBot already has one in there on some of these, so it's like there's already something for them to see. But he just decided, it's not a cool market, a cold market right now. He just didn't want to spend the time doing that. But if you're going to do nothing more than put in your homeowner intro, is one thing I would put in there. I would definitely put a buyer intro and a pre-qual. And then I would go and I would do your brand and then pitch an agent. So if you're going to say, hey, I can do, and they're like a minute long, guys. So it's really not hard at all for you to do it. Grab your phone. I mean, you can grab your phone. I will tell you on these, do not record vertical like you would if you're on TikTok or doing a short. You want to make sure that you are recording horizontal because that's going to fill the whole screen, which is what we want right here. It's going to look a lot more professional. That's it. So I think we're at the top of the hour. Actually, we're a little past. Hopefully this was helpful. If you are watching this on the recording, put your comments below. Let us know what other things you want to know. And probably in the coming weeks, I just spoke at an event last week in Atlanta. Barry Habib spoke right before I did, and I have all kinds of notes. I want to see if we can get Barry on a call to talk about some of the things, but at the very least, I know he's busy. I want to go through some of the topics that he talked about for doing video because it was brilliant. So we'll do that. And no call next week, but we'll see you the following week.
In Orlando.
In Orlando. Okay. Well, Scott, thanks for joining me as always. And I look forward to seeing you next week in Austin. Hopefully, actually, I think you said it's going to be warmer there. So
it's going to be warm.
Not
Not today, but
you
next
got to
week.
look outside your window because if it's snowing, I want to see a picture posted. It might snow in Austin, Texas today.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll send you a picture.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in. Now, go make a video.